But and the last record was kind of, we thought quite a lot about it. It took us a long time to do it. We wrote a lot of other songs. So the next record's probably just going to be much more about like our first instincts.
Yeah,
and
we're going to record it quite quickly, I think.
Quite quickly, and not spend too much time knobbing around in the studio, demoing stuff, re-demoing it. We kind of did that before, and it doesn't actually help. It's kind of like actually
you just end up with 7 different versions of a same song that you go, well, those 4 are all pretty good.
Yeah.
Maybe those 3 aren't as good, but I still can't, I haven't decided what's better, what's good.
It's probably going to be a more underground record, the next record we make, a less commercial record. Cool. Because there's no point in trying to, we knew that we'd kind of done a slightly more commercial sounding record, and
done it now.
We've done it now, and it didn't, it didn't make us into millionaires. So
good record though.
Yeah, but good record.
Yeah. Everybody says good. Yeah.
But it did no better or no worse than before, really. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like good songs, but I like, and I'm proud of it. But I think the kind of music I like is more immediate than perhaps. I want to do something that's a bit nastier and a bit simpler.
Yeah.
Nasty.
You want to get
nasty,
dirty?
Yeah.
Do you want to get dirty?
Depends.
What time do you finish?
I already have.
Going back to clothes, why are tailors the best?
Well,
the lyrics go.
Yeah.
Tailors are the
I
best.
think if you read what it says in the lyric booklet, you'll find out why. I was just it felt like a good song, a good topic. I quite like those shops, if you've ever been into like a kind of a Savile Row tailor, just walked in to have a look, obviously. It's kind of like got like an old dude at the back, and everyone's in suits, cutting material and just looking like they're about to die. And it's especially the kind of like local town ones more than Savile Row, the ones where it's kind of smells a little bit of dust and mothballs, and you just don't get them anymore. So it's just it was a song about that. And how that was the big thing, was to get a tailored suit. Everyone was like, I'm going to get my first handmade suit. People were like, it's almost like getting your first car and your house, but it doesn't exist anymore. No one does it. So it's just it's just a mood piece, really. Just a mood piece, man. I can't remember. It was about 6 years ago.
Yeah, it was a fair while ago.
Yeah.
Have you got any sort of current favourites, or who's inspired you to be what you are?
New bands?
Yeah, sort of newish current bands.
No, sorry.
That band?
It's not live. Fuck off what? Are really good. They're a kind of New Zealand kind of hardcore act.
Apparently the drummer died.
Yeah, the drummer died.
Exploded.
New drummer's not as good. New bands. I like that Ariel Pink. They're not that new actually, really, are they? But the newer album.
What's the one you listened to the other day in the car?
Ganja Sufi. That's not that new either.
Right.
Do you know what? It's as you get older, things that like are really
quite obviously no.
No, okay. But when you're like 15 and you first hear like whoever it is, Radiohead or whatever, and you're really so excited and really into it, and it's like you put it on and you just like mosh in your bedroom with your dark glasses on and depressed, and like it's the best thing. And as you get older in life, it comes less and less. But you're kind of constantly searching for that band that makes you go.
You listen to it while you're washing up or cooking.
Exactly.
I'm racking my brains. There's something that we had the other day that was new that I can't remember what it is. Made me so excited. Doesn't matter. There is
These
stuff.
modern bands all sound the same.
There is stuff.
The new Wombat stuff is very good.
Sorry, so good.
That's it, isn't it? Oh dear God. Anyway.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's mostly American bands as well.
It's a pretty dirgy period.
Yeah.
It's a pretty dirgy period. But that's
UK
great.
bands are
That means there's
boring.
going to be something great any minute. There's going to be a movement any
You're
minute.
going to fill the gap.
Maybe it's time for the kids to do it.
Yeah, there's some UK
We'll
bands
try.
coming out now with kind of that are a bit more ballsy, like Flats and things like that have got proper.
But it's exactly like.
It's kind of
exactly like the things that it's not even like a take on something you've heard before. I mean, I think it is good, but it is pretty much just a hardcore punk.
Yeah.
which I like.
There's a place for that.
But it doesn't. But you know, when that first came out and everyone was like, "What? You know, I've got to get involved." That obviously doesn't make you feel like that because you're just listening to it as a kind of a musical thing. You're just like, great music, it makes me rock out. But it doesn't make. It's not like a movement, is it? It's not like this because the world's going to hell in a handcart, isn't it? The country's gone to absolute poop, and that's when people like start getting involved in stuff, and someone will come out. Hopefully, music will do it again. I don't know.
It's funny, isn't it? Because there's certain DIY bands that have come up in the last few years who then go all kind of like, as soon as they get signed, suddenly it's a more commercial sound, and it sort of ruins it. Things like Scum, we saw 2 or 3 years ago, and they were awesome, and they've brought out a new album, which is not bad, but it's a much more kind of commercial take on what they were doing, which sounded something like Throbbing Gristle or something like that. And I don't know.
Yeah, it's like I really like.
It's because there's too much money in the music industry for anything actually properly uncommercial.
I think young bands get shoved in with producers, and it's so easy to clean up a sound. It's not hard to make a really good sounding record now, so that's what they do.
Yeah.
They clean it up and they separate it so you can, so that it's easy to listen to, and you don't have to listen too hard to it, as hard as you would have done if they'd have made and that's a bit of a shame, really. Everyone can make a record that sounds good. I'll tell you what I was thinking of, band-wise, that band Yuck.
Oh yeah,
I like Yuck, but then again, it's kind of because it reminds me of a load of stuff I really like.
Yeah, some 90s bands.
Yeah, but I like what they're trying to do. It felt kind of proper. Watching them live felt like, yeah, they're trying to they're creating a real atmosphere around